This is match number 1. And representing United States of America, Tiger Woods and Jim Furyk.
Well, of course, it is 4 balls, the first series. Sometimes they have the foursomes first on the first day, but in actual fact, it is 4 balls.
On the tee representing Europe, Pádraig Harrington and Colin Montgomerie.
Well, we all thought, didn't we, that it would be Harrington that would hit the first ball. But I was always of the view that the Americans hit off first.
That was a theory.
On the tee, Jim Furyk.
Oh, well, they are going to hit off first.
I think the guests do have the honor.
We nearly got that right, didn't we,
Yeah,
on the tee there. I've just getting a little thing wrong there. But anyway, here we go. It's the 36th Ryder Cup, and it's Jim Furyk that's getting it all started. It's always the way that the visitors play off first in this match. Fifth Ryder Cup for Jim Furyk, and steering well clear of that bunker up the
on the tee,
left-hand side. What a start. Tiger Woods hits his first ball into the water. He's looking more anxiously than the crowd are indicating. Just in the rough, that's why.
On the tee, Pádraig Harrington.
You'd think he was the homeboy here.
And this is going to be the pattern, isn't it? Every good shot hit by the Europeans are going to be cheered to the echo here.
There's no question about it. The thing that I find most telling off the first tee is the fact that Tiger Woods obviously was not comfortable with that tee shot and was going through some swing things there after he hit it in the water. Puts a lot of pressure on Furyk right to start.
Great shot.
Well, a very good shot. He's going to give himself an opportunity to pull that out. He's pretty close to the hole, possibly secure a par. Harrington now from 165. A little bit of left to right breeze. Oh, that's just what they wanted. Good start.
No stranger to playing Tiger Woods in 4 balls. He's beaten him twice with 2 different partners, once with Paul Lawrie, and of course last year with Monty.
161 for Colin. Bad angle to a back right pin from the right semi. Very comfortable playing the ball in from left to right. See a 7-iron.
Last time at Oakland Hills, when he hit it in the bunker off the tee, he made a birdie.
Jim Furyk is right in between a 7 and an 8-iron, just over 150. Leaning a little bit to the left.
Beautiful shot.
He's got his partner covered. Don't worry about that.
Harrington has already had 2 putts. Oh, and it just almost hit the hole there as it went past. So 4 for Harrington and 4 for Montgomerie.
Now Furyk to win the hole. Just outside right. Break slightly right to left.
Yes, and the Americans take the first point.
United States win the hole.
Win the first hole anyway. They don't take the first point, not yet, but they've won the first hole with a birdie 3.
Second hole with the honour, Furyk. 413 yards, it's the shortest par 4 on the course. Second shot uphill, narrow fairway. That's why he's in this side, for his ability to hit fairways. Not the longest player off the tee. Tiger has the length. Furyk supposedly the accuracy with the longer wooden clubs.
Oh, he likes that one a lot more. You can hear Steve Williams say, good shot. I guess that is a good shot compared to what he did at the first hole. He finds the right edge of the left rough.
Second shot for Woods at the second hole, digging it out of a thick lie.
That was a good play there from not a very good lie. Safely put it on the green. What you want to do in a 4-ball match, when you're out of position, just get it back in play for your partner to play more aggressively.
Harrington in trouble here in the trees and in the heavy rough. Clipped the tree as it came out. Doubt if he'll get to the green.
Very narrow looking back down that fairway. Trees have really grown up over the years. Montgomerie also missed the fairway. He missed the fairway to the left. Pretty good lie in the bunker. 136 yards for Montgomerie. Excellent shot.
That's what you need when your player is in trouble. He'll be disappointed with that, not to give himself a putt. They are placing on the fairways today because of the wet weather, so he'll be able to clean the ball if it has collected a little bit of mud.
Colin Montgomerie for birdie to win the hole.
Well,
Second
this is
hole.
Colin Montgomerie, yes, for a win here. This for a 3. They run right over the hole there, Jim.
2 good birdie chances, 2 good efforts by Montgomerie. Unfortunately for the Europeans, neither one goes down. Most certainly that putt will be given. The Americans have a very short par putt to have the hole.
I suppose a little longer than you could give on the opening holes. So Furyk taps into his forward second for the half. From 3 feet, nothing wrong to ask a player to pop those in.
Jim Furyk with a 7-iron to a front left pin.
Good shot, Jim.
Protected front and left by a bunker.
And I suppose that's a little bit of softening up process on this course. It starts fairly gentle here at the K Club.
Tiger with a 7-iron. Pin that doesn't really suit him.
Tiger,
Likes to move the ball left to right.
Oh, yeah!
Right over the top of the flag. That was a very aggressive shot. Trying to move the ball left to right. Very aggressive shot. Moved it too much.
And he's on that lower level. Little ridge in the green there. Tiger has this to win the short third. And misses out. Colin Montgomerie gets his 3 at the third. And Harrington and Montgomerie remain 1 down to Woods and Furyk.
Third shot for Furyk at the fourth. Very good shot there. Well judged out of that semi-rough lie.
Harrington about to play his third.
Play it over the bunker. Controls his distance very well.
I didn't think for a minute that that was actually going to have that last bit of screw. It looked like it had stopped and then tugging on a piece of string. It came back almost at the abeyance of the crowd more than anything else.
But Montgomerie missing those 2 early putts, very significant. We know how important it is for him to be making putts early on.
Tiger Woods, this should be his third shot to try and go for the green at the par 5 fourth. Uphill lie made it difficult to play that longer bunker shot. Come up a bit short. Tiger slightly uphill putt, a little bit right to left. Only player that had a go at the green in 2. Never had the right line there. That was always going to miss wide right.
It's now up to Furyk to try and hold the side together and make his 4 here. Europeans both in very close.
And although Furyk was knocked out in the first round last week, he's a man in top form. It's a formidable combination, isn't it?
It really is. I think they complement each other so well. Furyk, a steady player, doesn't overpower the golf course. And of course, Tiger has no limitations. This should be a mere formality for Montgomerie. Just right center.
Isn't that an amazing shadow after the weather we've had so far this week?
Yards, but it does play uphill, plays much longer than that, especially with very little roll so far this week with the soft fairways. Very good tee shot, smattering of appreciative applause. Nothing like when the Europeans rip one up the middle. You would expect that being the away team this week. Promise you that Monty hits a similar tee shot, there'll be a different response. As there should be, though.
70 yards behind Tiger off the last tee. Certainly power is not his strength. Accuracy. Does he held the fairway here? Quite.
This is the rough that's really quite heavy to hit out of. The ball goes down to the bottom of it, and it's difficult to get the club on the back of the ball.
Furyk is not a power player, so the situation for Furyk is he really needs to drive the ball in the fairway with the wet, dense rough that the players are faced with this week.
See what Montgomerie can do here. It's quite possibly can't reach the green.
See a little bit of tree trouble just off the left. Really would want to move the ball right to left. Not a shot that he does a lot.
Seemed to make good contact on it.
He did. That's a very good result from that line. Harrington, after a wonderful drive, perfect position to this back right pin from the left center of the fairway. 6-iron up the hill. Very safe shot after Montgomerie's also on the green, so both players have birdie putts, but of quite considerable length. It's a 9-iron for Tiger, as you can see, from 149 yards. Something bothered him a little bit, so he starts his routine over again. What little breeze there is this morning is from left to right. Perfect for this back right pin. Doesn't appear to like that one, starts walking right away. He has such a high standard that he holds himself to. Pretty good shot, but not one he was happy with.
But here we have an example of the different skills required now around the green, well below the level of the surface of the green.
Pretty good shot there from he was well below the level of the green.
Fifth hole, and Pádraig Harrington to make a birdie that would have good chance of winning the hole. Tiger, of course, has yet to putt for birdie.
Pretty good effort right there. He had a lot to deal with, several little mounds and slopes. Not one of the flatter greens on the property. Here's a guy that there's no I in team for Montgomerie. He's all about the team and winning as a side.
Got a chance.
Tiger uphill, left to right, about 2-3 inches outside left would be the right line. That one's not dead.
Furyk's not dead either. This is a little bit of pressure now on the Americans.
No question about it, because Harrington's up there pretty close.
No surprising Tiger going first. I was going to say, hasn't missed one of those for so long. What is it, 400 in a row he reckons he's holed from 4 feet.
He missed 1 or 2 last week in the match play.
3-putt from Tiger means the match is now all square.
And that is a worried face, isn't it?
Tee shot on the 6th for Jim Furyk. Another one of these awkward holes where you play over the brow of a hill, the hole turns to the right. water up by the green.
And that left side of the fairway, the right as we look back, slopes off to the left. If you get the wrong side of a ridge, you can kick off into the rough. Although with the very soft fairways, it's less likely to happen now.
So important to find the fairway here because of the narrowness of the green and the water. Good shot then by Furyk. And when you three-putt a green as he did to lose a hole in 4-ball, then you probably feel you've just perhaps let the side down, so he's got to try and find a way to help Furyk.
Yes.
Mike Fluff Cowan, the man on the back, who caddied for Tiger for a while.
Caddied for Tiger for his first Masters victory in 1997. Furyk with the ball slightly above his feet. Working it in from right to left. Trying to use the little breeze and the slope. He does so extremely well.
I think Tiger will be pleased to see that one going close. Back to Monty, his approach into the 6th. That could be water.
They've shaved the banks here. There's not much to keep them up, keep the ball up.
Well, Harrington can use the slope, try and take the water out of play. A little bit of breeze from right to left. He doesn't really have to take the water on. Still has an opportunity to hit it close. Has it going out to the right a little bit. Moving it in, but just overcooked it. Be an awkward little chip shot from below the level of the green, and then a big slope from left to right. Perfect angle for Tiger Woods, right edge of the fairway. Downhill to the pin. Play a little punchy shot in there, working in from right to left. Not the result he was looking for. Obviously surprised that it went that far. Montgomerie will have a fairly straightforward chip shot once he's ready. Certainly a shot that he could make. 2 in the water, penalty shot. This is for par.
Montgomerie first played in the Ryder Cup in 1991 at Kier Island, when he played 3 games. He's played in every match since then.
Does have pressure on him because Montgomerie has secured his bogey 5, so it's up to Harrington to carry the team.
He's got a bit too much of the ball.
Well, he did. He left himself a difficult putt. That's going to have a significant break from right to left for his par. Shouldn't have to worry about getting away from him speed-wise. He can go ahead and give it a good hit. Very good putt. Well judged.
This to win the hole then for Jim Furyk. A rare birdie on the 6th. It was never, ever enough on the high side, so that's more a misread than anything else.
This one is a tough putt because it is going to break significantly from right to left. Really start going left as it loses speed.
That's a very good putt for Harrington to hold. They have been warned on this hole to pick up their speed and play a little bit quicker. They're losing a little bit of ground.
430 yards, 7th, a hard hole, difficult drive between two sentinel trees on either side of the fairway.
It's imperative to hit this fairway because it is an island-like green.
It's almost an island fairway, isn't it?
And he's miles back now. He hit one of those trees and it's bounced back. He doesn't like it either.
Well, maybe Woosnam's got a point.
I think he might.
That is nearly off the planet.
Certainly not the grass you want to be playing out of or from to an island green into the wind.
Not sure that Furyk's found the fairway either. Goodness me.
Montgomery's is looking pretty good after hitting the tree and nearly reaching the fairway.
He's going to need a wood to get onto the green, I think.
My goodness.
That wind has picked up a lot since first thing this morning.
It's his driver out. Extraordinary. Obviously the wind is stronger than what it has been all day for a 430-yard hole. Tiger knows he has to hit the fairway. He has a driver out. Being forced to play the driver, you would think, with the conditions changing right now as we speak.
Maybe a stinger.
I haven't seen him hit a stinger with a driver in many years. It's been back to 2000, 2001. This is certainly not a good one either.
He just didn't look comfortable, did he, as he was setting up?
My goodness, this is a comedy of errors off the 7th tee.
Could be a bogey's good enough to win it.
Very important, as you just pointed out, Warren, to lay it up to a favorite yardage where you feel comfortable, you have good distance control with a wedge. Every player has a different favorite yardage.
I'm not sure any of them can reach the green.
Hold your position.
Nice still, please.
I think that's a layup, isn't it?
Colin Montgomerie playing back into the wind, right on line of the pin, but comes up a little bit short.
It looks such an easy swing. But
It was a long shot in there, though, after having hit that tree.
You know what they say? Into the breezy,
Yes.
hit it easy.
absolutely.
Furyk is laid up. You would have to think that Tiger's going to go ahead and take this shot on.
Well, he's probably only got a 7-iron in his hand, gripping down the shaft. No, he's going to throw himself at it.
Anything on the green would be a great result.
This is a great shot.
Great shot, somebody says. It was an Irish voice, though.
It's a bit cynical.
Now Harrington, having pitched out on the 7th, playing his 3rd, trying to help his partner if he can get it in close and make 4. Ooh. Bouncing about on the rocks. I'm not sure that's actually in the water, but I don't think it's going to matter. Probably tell him to get a move on. Woozy wasn't one of the slowest players. He'd like to get on with it. Oh, well.
My goodness, with a wedge, that's a definite unforced error, to use a tennis term. Hard to control how the ball's going to react once it hits the ground because of that poor contact. As the club face opens, going to play it up in the air. Grabbed a little bit quicker than he expected, but all in all, a pretty good shot. He'll have that putt to save par.
Slightly uphill, so he can give it a bit of a wrap this time. He hasn't given it big enough of a wrap.
Yes, they may just hold that there for bargaining purposes. I suspect he will be asked to hold that out.
Well, certainly, I think Tiger probably needs some help with the putts because he hasn't exactly, you know, been shining on the putting green so far today. Let's see what he can do with this one with the help of Furyk. This one I think will go in. Just hit it too hard, so there's a chance for Colin Montgomerie to put Europe into the lead, and Tiger has not been happy on these greens. There's the cheer that indicates that Colin Montgomerie has won that hole, despite the fact that he hit the tree off the tee and had a very long second shot, made the green in two putted, got the 4, and Harrington and Montgomerie go 1 up.
180 yards, the 8th is playing. 173 on the card. Safely on the green with the River Liffey down the right-hand side, very much in play.
Yeah, I think the problem for the players, they're playing from an area which is sheltered from the breeze by the trees, and then when they get it up in the air, can get battered about, knocked down. So judging the length of shots is not an easy task today at all.
Good shot from Harrington. 7-iron also for Jim Furyk. Well, he's hit an attacking shot, but he's left himself with a very awkward little second shot coming up and over the rise and then down to the pin. There were 120-mile-an-hour gales during the night. 3 of the big camera towers were blown over. 1 high-definition camera was broken. A great shot from Tiger Woods come at the moment.
Stun it into the bank. Didn't necessarily make clean contact there, so I don't think that's going to be used again.
Sorry, Julian. I was turning away getting a cup of tea at the time.
I noticed, that's why I thought I'd say something.
Well, but that's your cup of tea in actual fact.
Oh, thank you very much.
Harrington will have learned a little bit from Montgomerie's putt here at the 8th, so let's see what he can do as he tickles it down the hill. Two hours, 15 minutes it's taken for this group to reach the 8th.
Pressure putts keep on coming in this type of match.
It's odds on he'll hold this one, believe me. No danger. 2 for Tiger Woods. Very good tee shot.
United States brings the hole in 2, the match is all square.
Woods at the 9th. Eye of the needle, this one is called. It's very narrow entrance to the green, but problems off the tee as well if you hit it offline. And goodness knows where Tiger's gone there. Colin Montgomerie at the 9th.
There's a tree on the left-hand side at 282, and one in the middle of the fairway at 280, and Montgomerie's just behind that. He should have a shot to the green.
Trying to thread it through the trees. Harrington.
That's okay. I don't think he'll have any problem with the tree.
done from a long way back. Very easy to just pop it in that bunker on that right side.
No problems with the trees here for Furyk.
You think he'd be a very good chess player, wouldn't you? He kind of plots his way around the course and doesn't do anything. It's very measured. Ideal place to put the ball here.
But that's why Tiger likes him too, because Tiger's a great plotter around the course, isn't he?
Yeah.
Course management is always superb, normally.
Tugged it left.
We know that Montgomerie is just on the back of the green here. Where is Harrington going to put it? Oh, he's gone through the green. And one or two of the shots that Harrington is hitting is going through the green, or are going through the green. It comes down towards the hole. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, Jay Townsend's not with us just at the moment, but if he were, I'm sure he'd be doing a little Irish jig after watching that one go in. Well, that was a good effort. And the pressure's on Colin Montgomerie to keep the match all square. Will they have learned anything from Harrington's putt from off the green, do you think, Julian?
It may well have done.
It just comes a little bit from the left near the hole. So, thanks to Jim
United
Furyk.
States win the hole in 3. United
Beautiful
States
putt
is
of the
well
ninth.
off.
Furyk and Woods go one up again on Harrington and Montgomerie, out in 33 to the Europeans 34.
So pumped up by his birdie on the last hole, Furyk now teeing off here on 10.
The great difference these days between the two teams is that the Europeans now believe they can beat the Americans. In the old days, I think they never had that belief. Taken 2.5 hours to play the 9 holes.
I think this has gone right. Ooh, a long way right.
He's not hitting fairways, is he?
Driving accuracy for Monty, nearly 70% in Europe, so 7 out of 10 fairways. Normally they're the tighter ones, the events that he plays in. Bring the fairways in. Likes that.
Montgomerie going for the green at the 10th with a 3-wood. Narrow entrance through the 2 bunkers. Well, I say going for the green, not in range.
He's a long way behind Harrington off the tee. Furyk from the right side is made the hole a little shorter, but no way he can get up either.
Stand please.
Pretty
Stand
much
please.
equidistant from the hole as Colin Montgomerie. Taking the green on with a driver. And, well, gathers up in the sand, and it's going to leave him an awkward bunker shot, long bunker shot, difficult to play.
Tiger has found some really juicy stuff here for his third shot to the 10th.
This is pretty much a hit and hope shot when you're trying to dig it out of grass like this. Controlling the speed of the club head. It's so difficult. I'm not quite sure how much the club's going to be held up in that grass.
Every stand packed here today at the K Club.
Needs to pitch this well up to the hole. Oh, not that far. And he was trying to get it over the little ridge short of the hole.
Furyk is through the green. Tiger Woods well short of the pin in 3. So a chance for the Europeans perhaps to grow level. Gone through as well. But Harrington at 10, his third shot.
Made to look easy by Harrington, appreciated by the Irish crowd.
Everybody was saying, well, isn't Tiger doing well if he holds this one? After all, Furyk held a long one at the previous green. Let's see what Tiger can do this time. There's been no indication that he has mastered the pace of the green so far, or got the lines. Difficulty getting the line at Wentworth as well in the HSBC Match Play Championship, and he lost in the first round to Sean McKeel.
Not easy. How did that not drop in?
All holding 5, United States remains 1
They
up.
have had chances, Europe, in this top match. They've not taken them over the first couple of holes. They had birdie putts. They've missed another one there.
7-iron for Furyk.
Americans did a lot of practice earlier in the week of shots to the green.
Eyeing it down.
Stand is really protecting the green, isn't it? When you see the flag on the top of the stand blowing quite briskly, or fluttering quite briskly in the wind.
Tiger choking down on this 8-iron. Playing a little punchy shot. That's a nice one there.
Well, the challenge is for the Europeans to get inside these 2 balls.
Montgomerie certainly likes to move the ball left to right. Perfect line for him is right down the water line, let it drift to the right. He started that at the flagger to the right.
Well, from where he was, that was not all that brilliant a shot for Colin Montgomerie.
Very conservative shot for Colin there, I feel.
Reasonable shot from Harrington, but the Americans are favourites.
Harrington and Montgomerie have only had 1 birdie so far. They've won 2 holes with pars.
This for a birdie. Always looks dangerous to me. This time he just forgot to hit it. He had the line right enough.
Harrington Harrington. This is a very makeable putt for Harrington. Downhill, slightly right to left. Have to start this about 2 balls outside the right edge. No, maybe only 1 ball. I fancy him to make this. This is very makeable.
Well, if he doesn't make it, I fancy Tiger will make his anyway. Well, that's strange, that, because it hardly came back at all.
Didn't it? I think he hit a good putt as well. Both he and Montgomerie misread that putt. It looks like it should break more towards the front and left of the green.
Once you've decided on the line, it's just really then the pace of the putt that you need to think about. He knows what the line is now. At least he thinks he does. Just get the pace right, and the Americans could go 2 up. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
You expect that from Tiger. We're so used to watching him, especially this summer hole, so many important putts. And that was certainly an important putt to get to 2 up at the initial game, opening morning. Furyk, the par 4 12th, 182 yards. Par 3 12th, sorry, 182 yards. Just misses that one. Back right, narrow portion of the green where the pin finds itself today. There's a famous sportsman right there, who used to be the most famous sportsman in all the world, Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods took over for leading that.
And they're quite good buddies, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I walked around at Oakland Hills following Tiger calling the match, and Michael Jordan walked around right beside me, very talkative, engaging all day. Really a nice guy and loves his golf.
It's intriguing how the best in the world in their different sports get together. Federer and Tiger are suddenly buddies, and Schumacher and Tiger.
I think it's mutual admiration and respect for their abilities.
Absolutely.
There's a good shot by Tiger Woods.
Monty at the 12th. This hole has been quite dramatically changed over the years. Water brought into play much more a couple of years ago.
Very good shot by Montgomerie. Of course, he knows that Woods has hit it pretty close.
Come here. Come here.
That's great. Now that's what you would expect Colin Montgomerie to have done just a moment or 2 ago.
Well, it is a team game. Harrington picked up the slack for his
Furyk is going to get his 3. That guarantees the 3. Tiger Woods will have a putt for 2. Now for a moment of glory, perhaps, from Colin Montgomerie. He's had so many glorious moments in the Ryder Cup. Now, you see, they're not going in today. Another birdie for the Americans. They've just gone birdie, birdie, par, birdie, birdie.
Oh, don't leave it short.
You gotta hit it.
Oh,
that is a big mistake there. He's let the Americans go 3 up with only 6 holes to play. That match is getting to the crucial stage for the Europeans.
Furyk's already hit the fairway here off 13.
Shot.
Tiger's taking a 3-wood over the top of the corner with his dog leg right to left, par 4. Both the Americans right on the left side of the fairway. Good tee shots. Montgomerie definitely has to take it over the corner trees, hitting a driver.
And the Americans' birdie barrage there around the turn has certainly caused the Europeans to start forcing.
Carry down the right or left row.
What's that?
It's very friendly, isn't it? All right there together. Nice swing by Harrington. Very rhythmic. Didn't quite creep out to the fairway. A little bit of a braver line. Certainly is okay from there. Only a sand wedge into the green. Furyk aiming to the right. This pin is cut way in the back portion of the green, only 4 yards left of the water. Easy to miss it to the left with the wind and the water on the right.
He's got a little ridge to come up and over, so not ideal for Furyk.
.22 yards for Harrington. Great angle into this right pin. Advantage Europeans. 3 down, they need it to get a little bit back. This putt has to go over a mound. Right there, now it starts downhill and breaking to the left. Oh my goodness. That would have really been a dagger in the heart of the European pairing of Harrington and Montgomerie. This one, very little in it, break, back up the hill. Might just fall to the left at the end.
See, neither Harrington nor Montgomerie are holding the putts that they need to hold.
If they have any hope of winning this game, you would have to think he has to hold this putt.
You see, they're just not going in.
All have been forward,
And that is the difference.
remain 3 up.
Local time, coming up to midday. They're long days, these Ryder Cup matches.
Right. Right.
Good shot by Furyk. This is kind of an awkward hole. It's very level. You don't really have a good view from the tee of the green.
Really up against it, Harrington and Montgomerie now. Just 5 holes to play, they're 3 down.
Come on, Pádraig.
Harrington with a 5-iron downwind at the par 3. The green does slope off to the left there down in that chipping area. That one just barely gets to the top of the slope, nearly didn't reach and would have rolled back down.
In order to win that top game against Woods and Furyk, Harrington and Montgomerie needed to be at their very, very best. And sadly, from a European point of view, they haven't been today. Nice pace, but not the line.
Got a free run at winning the hole.
This is just a moment. We thought that his moment had come at the previous green, and he didn't do it. Let's see whether he can do it this time and give Europe a bit of a fillip for the closing holes. Yes! On this occasion, he does.
.446 slight dogleg left. 15th. It's another hard driving hole. Tight drive.
Water all the way up the right side.
Good tee shot. He's done the difficult bit well.
Intimidating tee shot. Tiger tends to miss right more than left, and the water looms to the right.
Not immediate cheering, but there should have been.
Oh, that's a wonderful tee shot there. Not only straight, but very long. Montgomerie's left himself a long shot in to the 15th and a green that does go away from you. 203 yards back into the wind. Should be a full 4-iron. See the ball releasing down the slope. Very good shot. There you go. He has. He's run it up there and very nicely. That's a good result. Runs through the green a little bit, but he'll be chipping back up the hill because this green really does slope front to back. Good result, I think, from that position. Harrington out of the semi-rough.
You're coming over a mound, aren't you, from that side? That's the
Most definitely.
problem.
That's a wild shot over to the left.
I think why the top pair haven't done as well is that Montgomerie is not putting all that well, and Harrington isn't playing all that well.
Sensational drive from Tiger. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. I suspect he might.
Right over the top of the flagstick. Good looking shot in the air.
It's important for Harrington to try and get up and down in two there to take a bit of pressure off Monty.
Look at this. It's run on a bit. I thought for a moment it was going to go in. Montgomerie hold a putt on the previous green. It's not going to get there, is it?
Might have just crept inside the good range. Wasn't a very aggressive or confident stroke, was it? Uphill and left to right. Look for him to be very aggressive with this one, even though Furyk has run his chip shot by. He's left it short on the low side. Tricky green, though.
Tiger Woods gets the 4.
Europeans aren't giving much away there. There wasn't much in that putt. Suspect that Monty's going to have to putt his now, wouldn't you? Not much charity going on there in that first game.
It was, half a stride there, wasn't it, for Colin? Certainly not gimme.
United States remain 2 up.
They've got a lot of work to do.
Colin Montgomerie, the par 5 16th, taking it over the bunkers. This dog leg left to right.
I think it's always been the intention here to have the tee forward to attract the players into having a pop at the green. There is a tee that was originally laid out, which is another 20-30 yards back, but really they have no chance then of going up the green in 2.
Furyk will have to take a line a little bit further left than the other 3 in this group. Not a very long hitter.
Safely on the fairway, though. That's the first job done.
A long way down, but missed it right. It's a question of whether the lie is going to be good enough in the rough.
Wow, this is a big call for Montgomerie. He's got the 3-wood out.
He once played a terrific shot at Dubai, which happened to win the Dubai Desert Classic.
That night, Fred Couples at the airport told me it was the greatest shot he's ever seen. That was a driver over the water on 18. It was a phenomenal shot.
This is only a 3-wood this time.
Well, he has to go for it. They're 2 down. They can't afford to play short. This is in the water, I think.
I think that was a mistake. I think he should have put the ball in play. Harrington can easily reach the green. This one needs to get a little bit to the left.
Oh, it's quite a brilliant shot.
Catches a downslope, runs back there towards a little swale. They'll be putting up to a back plateau, but what a lot of pressure Montgomerie put on Harrington for that shot.
Woods has got no other option here but to lay it up. So they'll have 2 chances of making the birdie from short of the green, and you would expect one of them to get up and down in 2.
153 yards. Slight left to right breeze.
Hard to throw this all the way to the back edge. The green is nigh on 50 yards long. Oh, hello, 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 hello.
Well.
Extraordinary.
See, it wasn't a full swing, trying to take some off of it. Oh my goodness. Certainly not what you would expect from the best player on the planet today.
he's playing the practice shot. Looks as if he's grabbed a decent lie. That club was going through the grass fairly slowly, so it looks as if he's got control of the club head on the ball. Just needs to pitch it on that front edge. Came out a little heavy.
Well, things are looking very rosy for the Europeans here now.
I wonder where Captain Lehman is right now, because this is a dangerous situation the Americans have put themselves in the first game.
That's fine.
All that was required, but you knew that's all he was trying to do. He was just liking that one on. That wasn't an effort to try and win the hole by making the eagle putt.
Well, Ian Woosden there saying to Harrington, well done.
Well, sets up, I think, not too badly for Monty, because he likes to move the ball left to right, which is away from the water. Certainly can't afford to take and bite too much off. It's nearly 270 yards to carry at its furthest point, so he'll just try and keep this inside the water line and move it a little left to right. Must find the fairway. Ooh, long. He's gone for the big one. Well, well, well. They've got a dovetail. That's something they haven't done. They've got to both get on the green now, being down with 2 to play. They've got to have a couple of putts for birdies. They've got to put the pressure on. Good rhythm.
That one going to the right a little bit. Is it going to hold on to the fairway? It does. Over there by Harrington with a very poor angle, hitting back towards the riffer to a front left pin. Montgomerie certainly has the perfect position if you could lay your ball down up the left side.
What does Tiger do now?
I would think it would be a 3-wood. Been driving very well this summer, with the exception of where he didn't use it at Hoylake. He put his 2-iron in the bag. Most of the summer he's been using this 5-wood. See, he takes a divot, kind of punches it down there, going up the right side.
Safe, safe.
Furyk, second shot. How bold would he be?
Like he hit it right at the flagstick. Just drifted a little bit on the wind, but that's a good shot. Will give Woods the opportunity to attack the flag. 146, downwind left to right. This should be a full wedge, unless he wants to take a little off of a 9. So he lost that to the right. He has a little bit. Well, they'll be able to go to school off each other's putts, very similar lines. It'll be downhill and right to left.
Shot.
Very good shot. It'll be a tricky putt down the hill.
If he can pop this right down the flag and leave himself with a tap in, it would be a major bonus for the Europeans.
Smart play would be to play it past the hole and spin it back. Is he going to do that?
Didn't spin at all. And I think he thought it would.
And this man has putted particularly well. Furyk to go first today. Keeping his rhythm, keeping his focus.
This putt's going to break severely from right to left, down the hill. Never read that one right. There's a lot of local knowledge on this green, as Warren had spoken about earlier. The most severe green on the golf course, most likely.
Too hard. Way, way too hard.
This is going to come in from the left.
This is left to right and downhill. About 6-7 inches outside left.
No. No. Always just was going to be on the low side. Always just
would have been had he hit it. That was only a millimicron away from going in.
And if this goes in, Europe and America are all square with one to play. If it doesn't, the Americans are dormy one.
Just outside left. Speed is always the most important thing.
So the Americans have that one-hole advantage going down the last.
I'm not sure the Americans have holed out yet. Furyk still has a little bit of work left.
They are one up going down the last.
All halting for United States.
First to tee off is Monty.
We started this game at 8 o'clock. It's now 1 o'clock here in Dublin. There've been 5 hours on the golf course, and there's just one hole in it coming down the last.
And since 1979, 26 matches in 4 balls have come to the final hole. 16 of them have been won by Europe, 10 by the Americans.
No halves.
14 halved,
14 halves.
but actually taken to the last hole and won.
Okay.
Tiger says good shot. With his high standards, it obviously is. There was a lot of club head speed right there.
That's one of the most fluid swings he's made all day. It's not quite come out. That's unlucky.
It's right on the 330-yard mark there, but he's unlucky. His ball's sitting up, but he's still in the first cut of rough. That's
thick.
Outside of the semi-rough, so a lot will depend on the lie.
Colin Montgomerie, second shot to the last. So much water around.
Needs a wood. He looks to have caught it very well. How good is this going to be? On the green, heart of the green, but some distance away because it's tucked the flag in the back right corner.
Furyk with a lofted fairway wood from atop the hill down to the green.
Anywhere on the green will do, really. They're only looking for a half.
You like sort of think. Oh yes, and that's a beautiful shot. It really has been very controlled today. Inside the ball there of Colin Montgomerie. So that's going to say to Harrington, you better make 3, because I'm certainly going to take no more than 4.
Ball's not sitting too badly. Back in a stance a little bit, descending blow. Force it up there.
May well be playing, if anything, for that right bunker.
Bunker.
That's not all bad in there.
Looks to have a very good lie. Sand being wet as it is, a little uphill lie. That's a good one. Tough pin, cut over the back right over those bunkers.
But Furyk is never going to take more than 2 putts.
You wouldn't think so, but boy, I'll tell you what, there's so much pressure on these players right now.
Third shot of Tiger Woods at the last.
Well, he could really help Furyk here by laying this one dead. Be some shot though. That's excellent.
Not dead, but it's close.
I think the door is shutting. It's not quite closed. Big, big putt this for Colin.
But he's been a big, big man in the Ryder Cup.
He loves the moment, doesn't he?
Stand for 3 to put the pressure on Furyk. Ran right over the top of the hole. And that, I think, is probably that. That's good enough. That is good enough for the half that they need. And Harrington and Montgomerie lose out in the top game to Tiger Woods and Jim Furyk. Good little fight back at the end from the Europeans, but it was round about the turn that the Americans really took control. Whenever Tiger Woods made his 2 at the 8th and then Furyk a 3 at the 9th to win both these holes, the Europeans did well to take the match to the last green.
To watch another Ryder Cup video, click here. And to subscribe, click here.